Good evening, fellow patrons. In today's video, I take the remake of the 16-year-old UMP45 from Modern Warfare 2 and face off against Caltheris at health cap. This gun has some very interesting attachments, but is it really all that great? Let's find out on Mars at round 55. Starting with the loadout for this gun, I loaded in with the mobility spread muzzle because it was really the only muzzle attachment I had unlocked, but if you have everything unlocked, I would equip the monolithic suppressor because the sub really falls off quick and hard. I also came into this boss fight with what I believe is the best gun in BO7 Zombies, the MK78, and then the trusty Jaeger. I will include those builds later on in the video as well. The damage barrel on this gun is very unimpressive in my opinion. It only increases critical damage by 7% and increases the already atrocious recoil to 135 vertical degrees. If you pair it with the prestige mag that I will get here in a moment, it will kick like a mule if you are ADSing without attack laser. The mobility foregrip increases ADS movement speed, regular movement speed, and hipfire speed. I chose this over the mobility foregrip because a sprinting speed of 7.1 is already insanely quick, and the horizontal recoil of this gun is already so low at 23 degrees that there isn't really a point in reducing it. The prestige magazine, from the looks of it, is elite. You're getting an across the board damage increase from non-crits and crits, an increase in damage range and ADS speed. At the expense of only magazine capacity and fire rate, this sub already has lackluster fire rate, so it's really not that big of a deal. To me, that is pretty good trade-off if you're running the Mule Kick Major Augment Pack Mule, which increases your stock ammo, so that mitigates the less ammo in the mag. The rear grip is probably the least essential attachment on this build, as the base gun is pretty solid on its handling, but I went with the mobile quick draw grip to increase slide to fire speed and ADS speed. The mobile stock is pretty much my go-to for all of my builds. The quicker you are, the less you get hit by zombies, and the less you get hit by zombies, the less you are going to go down. It's really a no-brainer there. Lastly, the fire mod on this gun is the most intriguing attachment to me. Regular FMJ only has penetration power listed as its pro, but the 40 cal FMJ, which comes with the prestige mag, also adds penetration damage, so you would think it has a greater effect on armor. It has to. So stay away from rapid fire, it's going to eat at your range, and it's... My first impressions of this gun is that it looks and feels nothing like the UMP45 from MW2. Sorry to rain on your parade if you were hoping for a trip down memory lane when using this gun, but I don't see the resemblance at all. Anyways, this thing is pretty lethal at point blank range. 10,000 for a shot, for a critical shot, is very impressive for a sub. I honestly did not feel the gun getting weak at all on my way to health cap. Astra Malorum is a pretty close quartered map, so you'll be in range a good amount of time while running around the map with this SMG. Before we get into the final phase and test how effective the Sturmwolf is against armor, I want to go over the other two guns in my loadout. First, the MK78, which I do believe is the overall best non-wonder weapon in the game. Nobody seems to be talking about this gun, and it's a damn shame. It has one of the best prestige attachments in the game. The heat shield mag increases your movement speed and drastically reduces your hipfire spread. The crosshair is literally a cross after you pack punch it. The only downfall is the overheat meter, and that being said, it's very tolerable to use. You can fire 55 bullets before it overheats, and the cooldown between bursts is insanely quick. The Jaeger rounds out the list as another support-like weapon. This isn't the most exciting build in the world, but it plays a vital role in this boss fight. If you equip fireworks to the Jaeger and save it as an emergency weapon, the first shot you fire if you go down will activate fireworks, resulting basically in an instant revive if you have equivalent exchange with quick revive equipped. You want to ADS while doing this, and that is why there is not an akimbo stock on the gun. Getting back to the Sturmwolf, the ammo on this gun burns faster than gasoline-soaked toilet paper. Having under 500 rounds in reserve is abysmal, and if you're using this gun as your primary weapon, you will need to buy ammo or pop gums in between dog rounds. The gun empties pretty quickly, but the reload speed is very fast, so it's not that much of an inconvenience, but the ammo capacity is low. I was really excited to use this sub with free fire on the last phase because I thought it would excel with unlimited ammo and the boosted FMJ. Well, it turned out to be the worst gun I have tested against Caltheris to date. When I pop free fire in the last stages, I usually am able to expose her critical areas extremely quickly, and I'm usually able to get her down to half health with my main gun. But in this match, I was only able to get a third of her health off of her, which was with the help of other guns as well. If I'm being honest, I think this gun is a complete dud. It doesn't have any range, and you need to buy ammo for it every 5 seconds. The boosted FMJ does not make any noticeable difference either, in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think, or if I'm missing some sort of obscure thing that makes this gun elite. But if I were you, I'd just leave this gun to rot in the gunsmith. I'll see you guys in the next one. JJ out.